Slow and steady wins the race. At least that looks like the approach that Texas Tech is going to take in the transfer portal. In today's video, we'll discuss two more portal prospects that the Red Raiders have contacted, including a Power 5 transfer big. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Back to 12 podcast. And listen, I asked y'all last week to like a video and shout out, TTU down in the comments below. And in today's video, I will give those shout outs and thank you for everybody that did that in that video. And that'll be at the end of the video here today. So if you want to see if you made the list and I couldn't get everybody in, I really appreciate all the support. I wanted to give shout outs and thank yous as many as possible. So stay to the end of the video to see if you made the cut. And hey, if you want to be involved in the next round of shout outs and thank yous here on the channel, you know what to do. Like the video and hit that subscribe button. All right, let's jump into really what we're looking at here in the sense of the latest portal prospects for the Red Raiders. And we are going to start with Deuce Turner from San Diego, 6'2" guard, averaged 15.5 points per game last year in the West Coast Conference, about 2.5 rebounds per game, and 2 assists. He has 1 year of eligibility left. He was an all second team WCC team member, really good three-point shooter in terms of what he has done in his collegiate career in terms of elevating that. Actually started his career at Bucknell, has spent the last 2 seasons in San Diego, where he has shot north of 36.5% minimum. Not to mention he had 19 threes last year that were from further than 25 feet. He's got range. He's a good catch and shoot guy in the 77th percentile. But the thing that really stands out to me, and there's some traits that you can see becoming very clear that are important to the Red Raiders and this coaching staff in the portal for guards specifically. And one of them is the patience in the pick and roll. He's really good at it, and he is good as a primary ball handler in this situation, ranking almost in the 80th percentile, technically 78.5. He's one of those guys. He's also a really underrated passer. His assist rate, it doesn't wow me, truthfully, but I don't think he was asked to pass a whole lot last year because he was one of the guys that when San Diego needed a bucket, Turner's the guy they went to. He's an underrated passer, 17% assist rate. Pretty solid. But these numbers are the ones that kind of stood out to me because I know there's going to be people in the comments saying, oh, RC, he's a mid-major guard. Is he going to be able to elevate and make that jump to the Power 5 level in the toughest conference in America in the Big 12? I've got you. Hold on. In 8 games against WCC teams that made the tournament or Power 5 opponents, DT averaged 20.6 points per game, 2.2 assists, 3 rebounds per game, and shot nearly 40% from 3. Let me repeat, 20.6 points per game, 2.2 assists, 3 rebounds, and nearly shot 40% from 3. That is in 8 games against the upper echelon competition in the West Coast Conference, teams like Gonzaga, teams like St. Mary's. And then you've also got a couple of Power 5 opponents that they played in the non-con, such as Arizona State and Stanford. Okay? He's a baller. He can play at a high level. And when I look at him, I think he's a really good complement in terms of to Chance McMillian. And what I mean by that is this. Could Chance McMillian come off the bench next year? Yeah, I think it's possible. But I do think that there is a chance that, Chance goes into the starting lineup next year. If so, Deuce Turner is a guy that you can just come in and basically plug and play into that Chance McMillian role off the bench. And I think he's a better ball handler than Chance McMillian, but he has similar traits in terms of he really balled out at, the West Coast Conference. That's where Chance McMillian is from in terms of a similar level, right? I think he's a guy that can be a really good lead guard off the bench and really be that 6th man. That's kind of what I feel like Deuce Turner could be. And that's not to say that he couldn't be more, but I think just from a realistic standpoint, that's what he would provide early and often for the Red Raiders. Now, when it comes to the Power 5 big that I mentioned, and by the way, for those that don't know, I'm saying Power 5 because in basketball, technically it's Power 6, but the Pac-12 Conference is no more, so we moved to Power 5. All right. Pharrel Payne from Minnesota, a 6'9" center. He averaged 10 points per game last year for the Golden Gophers, 1.2 assists, nothing crazy. but also 6.1 rebounds to go along with 1.4 blocks per game. He has 2 years of eligibility left. He is a Minnesota native, so it would not shock me at all if he stays up there in the upper Midwest, but he is a long-bodied, big, powerful 5-man. That's just what he is, okay? He's listed at 6'9", 260. If he's 260, I might be 6'7". I'm just going to say that. I'm not saying he's DJ Burns level of big, right? Because that seems to be one of the big topics for Texas Tech fans at this point, and really all of college basketball as they go to the Final Four. But I think he's probably closer to 275. He's not going to stretch the floor. He's not. He's not going to attempt anything outside of the paint. It's just not going to happen. But he's a very good rim protector, 6.2 block percentage in terms of his rate last season up there in Minneapolis. He has a good offensive rebounding rate, almost 12%, 11.9 to be exact. But the thing that he shows flashes with in terms of a guy that I think he would be really, really good for Grant McCasland and the offense that I think he's going to want to run is he shows flashes of being a really good roll man, and he is a good screener. There's no debating that. He is a good screener, but he's shown flashes to be a good roll man, has soft hands, has touch around the rim, and he can go up and bully ball as well. So he's a guy that I'm interested to see. And personally, watching his game, I think he's the type of big that can come in for Texas Tech and day one be the starting 5. He's that kind of guy. And I don't think that that's, rocket science or anything. Or see, he's playing in the Power 5. He started at Minnesota. Of course he can do that. Yeah, I get it. But I do think that he is the kind of big that Grant McCasland is interested in from a physicality standpoint. Payne brings the pain. All the pun intended there. Sorry for that terrible dad joke, but I had to get it in there. Let's get to the thank you, shall we? And if you see your name at the bottom of the screen, like the video. I'm just going to roll through these. And if I butcher your name, I apologize. I really do. We got Joseph Duncan 9143. We've also got Gunnar Linhart 4350. We've got Sergeant Timothy. We've got OMTT Rex 7211. We got T Ferg. We've got Luke Garrard at 9009. We've got Zen 0781. Then we've got Decker the Spy 3905. We've got Texas Tech Homer. You're not the only one of those in this comment section. I'm pretty sure on that front. We got Guitar Shredder Texas Tech. We've got Benton Williams. We've got Graham Gibbs 8734. We've got Michael. I apologize, Michael. I'm going to butcher this last name. Condoleezza, maybe 5154. We've got Jerry Lopez, and then we've got Lawrence Ellman as well, and he comes in at 1544. So seriously, if your name wasn't down there, I still appreciate each and every one of y'all tuning in. Thank y'all for liking the video, giving a shout out to Texas Tech down in the comments below. And again, if you want to have this happen to you on an upcoming video, like the video, hit that subscribe button, and you know what? Do it again. Do the TTU down there again if you want to get a shout out in an upcoming video. And if you want to stay in the know on everything Texas Tech men's basketball all year long, I've got 2 steps for you. First one, like this video, hit the subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell for daily updates on everything Texas Tech football or men's basketball, regardless of if they're in season or not. We've got you covered with film breakdowns. We'll have an exciting announcement here about another potential guest on the podcast. We'll also have film breakdowns with Lyle on the football side of it. If you want to go hear what he has to say about Texas Tech wide receivers, we've already got a wide receiver preview video here on the channel. We'll have much, much more though. So again, if you want to stay in the know and join the largest group of Texas Tech fans here on YouTube, like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. Now, if you want to stay in the know and join one of the largest growing communities in the Texas Tech media space in general, head on over to the scarletandblackinsider.com to stay in the know instantly. I mean instantly. Austin, Jacob, and myself are keeping you in the know on all things Texas Tech men's basketball transfer portal, and there's a lot. But that community is going fast, and I promise you're going to want to be a part of it as it keeps continuing to grow and that information continues to pour in on the recruiting trail for Texas Tech. I'm RC Maxfield. Again, if you want to join those communities, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell here on YouTube, and then head on over to scarletandblackinsider.com.